Alright, here we have the economic news calendar for the week. Tomorrow is going to be NFP day. Here on DXY, prices continue to move through this weekly high, this old weekly high. So on an intermediate term basis, I'm looking at this old weekly high, and then you also have the midpoint of that wick as well. On the way to that level, there are old daily highs as well that I'll be watching for price to draw towards going into next week. I'll also be looking at the daily discount arrays and weekly discount arrays once this week closes out. So last video, which was on Tuesday, I spoke on either two things. I wanted to see whether price would break down through these lows or continue to show strength, which it did. Going into Wednesday, it refused to break down and then just rallied up. GU's melted through that level. So going into next week, I'll be watching whatever daily premium arrays are created, and on a near term basis I'll be watching this low, and then once it gets past that low we have this low, and then obviously before that the midpoint of that wick. So on Tuesday's video, it looked like it was respecting that weekly level, but then we also have to be aware of DXY. Price instead just broke down and then just went through it low on the intra-week low. Euro continue to go through that weekly low, so I'll be watching this low on an intermediate term basis as well. And then before those lows, you got the old daily lows here, and then it's taken out that one there. It was hovering at that low and then broke down, and then on the FOMC news respected this week, this hourly CB. So tomorrow's NFP day. Those days I don't have any analysis for it, I just let the price do what it does. And then once the weekly candle closes, I'll go over what higher time frame levels exist and what could be possibly used going into the following week. But for now, I'm bearish Euro USD, GBP USD, and then bullish DXY.